A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Here we go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Powers through it, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Vikings sit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is
blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Finds Hines again for the completion. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a first down carry for Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Finding Harris over the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Harris going to get it again on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cincinnati. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Watson on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
On 4th down, Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Let's go. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Ready.
2nd and 6. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 63 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Here now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield.
He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First down carry by Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Latavius Murray, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, hold here. John, 17.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. The 40. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. This is Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right, 97, right.
Looking to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions. Now,
this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
in every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're going to try and throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They'll get 23 yards there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He's going to try and go deep again. And now here is another interception. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Here we go on 4th. Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Watson's pass complete to Odell Beckham Jr.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50. 30.
I
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Elliott running right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. At this stage of the game, where the scoreboard is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the play.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, here is Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to his left. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Watson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Bengals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to